So second run of the day, did 10 this morning, got easy 6 now with Hannah. Gonna be 16 for the day. This is just active recovery, nothing crazy, nothing overly zealous. We got alligators we're gonna be pushing, so let's get into it. All right, everyone, so we've had the same racing singlet since we started the nonprofit More Than Type 1. This is what it kind of looks like. I don't know if you can see it very well. So this is what it looks like. You notice we just got white jerseys, sublimated that on or whatever it's called, so you can feel that that's on the jersey. But we now have a new jersey and it looks sweet. Look at this. It's nice, it's ingrained, embedded, and stitched. Inked on there is nice, it's light, probably half the weight of that. And it's a very high quality jersey. Hannah and I got matching ones. If you want one, they'll be available soon. But anyways, just wanted to show you the new More Than Type 1 merch that we have. And we will be racing in these in Albany come March. All right, today is Tuesday. Going on my lunch break, get this workout in. Got a 1.5 mile warm up, 14 by 600 meters with a 45-second recovery, and then a 1.5 mile cool down. Looking forward to this workout. The interval should be anywhere between 5:20 to 5:40 pace. I'm gonna go to the local track over here and let's get it done. Workout complete, felt good, was strong. I did fade towards the last little bit. I had 14 reps. I felt like I held strong for the first 9 to 10, and those last 4, they really tore me up. But even on the last 4, I was still right around 6 minutes, 6:05 pace, so still pleased with the overall workout. I had to go from the track to the road, which is never a good thing, halfway through a workout to have to change it up, but the track team showed up, so they kind of kicked me out indirectly. But overall, I think my average heart rate on that one was in a good range. I felt good pushing in the low 180s on the intervals, so things are trending in a good direction. And I'm gonna get a 2 mile cool down and I'm gonna get some recovery in. It's been a good day. All right, well, as you can see, it's foggy, it's humid, and it's a little on the warmer side, but hey, what better conditions to train in than the worst possible conditions? At least it's not 80 degrees, so it could be worse. 22 mile long run, this will be the peak of marathon training. This will be the biggest, longest workout that I do throughout this entire block, so I'm excited. Am I feeling good? No, but I'm excited to see how this goes. I'm excited to see where I'm at fitness-wise, and whatever I kind of average on this is going to be a pretty good indicator of what I'm able to do in the marathon. So 2 mile warm-up, 6 by 2 miles at marathon pace, with a 1 mile float recovery at only 30 seconds slower per mile, and then 2 mile cool down. Big workout. Don't want to waste any more time. Let's get into it. Workout done. I gotta get 2 mile cool down. It'll be 21 total. I didn't get quite 22. I took one of the recovery miles and just sat there for 7 minutes. Just get my mind ready for that last rep. Overall though, felt good, felt in shape. The shoes, I'm running in the Saucony Endorphins
speed fours. They come up with all kinds of crazy names for these. They did good. They're definitely fast. I just don't know if they are quite marathon caliber. I don't know if I run 26.2 miles in these, if my feet are going to like me afterwards, but they did good today for almost 21 miles. So I probably will continue racing in them, see how they do for the full marathon. There's always another marathon just around the corner. All of my efforts, so it was 6 by 2 miles with 1 mile float recovery. All of them, looks like all of them were within 6:35 to 6:40. Most, if you can't see it, but I ran a 1 mile stretch back and forth. So I would start, run 1 mile, back 1 mile. That would be my 2 mile intervals, and then run back up and then do it the opposite way. 1 mile up is all uphill, and then the other mile coming down is all downhill. So it would be up, I think it was about 120 foot elevation gain for 1 mile, and then coming down it would be negative 120. So 1 mile would be around 640s, and then the mile coming back home or coming back down would be around like 625 to 630 every time. But I noticed my heart rate was vastly different coming downhill than going uphill. I mean, that's just logic there. But nonetheless, I'm happy with that workout, pleased with that workout. I feel like I'm in a good place to go anywhere between 250, 255 for the full marathon. But you never know what the day's gonna bring. One last thing I did want to mention was this fueling for type 1 diabetics. It's gonna be a little different. You have to be very, very, very careful. This morning I woke up, ate a Luna bar, and then I ate a natural Fig Newton bar kind of thing. And that's about 75 grams of carbs. And then I sipped on some liquid IV. That's probably another 23, 24 grams. So about 100 grams. I took 3 units right before I ran. It's a dangerous, dangerous, dangerous game taking insulin, fast-acting insulin. You know, your Novolog, your Humulog, those kind of things. Fiasp, the new one, Fiasp, F-I-A-S-P. But you got to be careful with your fast-acting insulins, because those are going to rapidly activate whenever you're starting exercising and running, because you're not only burning your carbs, but you're also trying to take insulin and pull your carbs from the bloodstream into the cells. So you're losing a lot of carbs from your bloodstream. Why is it called blood sugar? Because it's the sugar in your blood. So you have to be very careful. This morning I started off, it was 221 and rising right before I got started, popped 3 units. Then just then, 21 miles later, I checked it and it was 86. So it was just happenstance that I timed it very well this morning, but I could tell throughout the run that I was going low at times. Now I have a very, very, very high carb intake per hour. I'm around 75, almost 80 per hour. That's a lot of carbs. And so I'm able to handle and tolerate due to me getting used to it over time. But you have to get your body used to whatever you're going to do on race day. Take into account also, it may be an hour or so that you're in a corral waiting on the gun to start, or you can't have your insulin there with you, or maybe you take it with you running, whatever it may be. Try to do it in training, because the last thing you want to do is get out there 20 miles from home and have a low and you're not able to get back. Okay, so that's very important. And then one last thing I've noticed is that since I have such a high carb intake while I'm running, I'm able to just stop, and if my sugar does go low, I'm able to just stop and then let it start coming back up, right? Because whenever you're running, especially at higher heart rates, your body's not quite processing carbs the same way. It slows down your metabolism, those kind of things, because the blood is not going to your stomach, it's going to your legs, your arms, everywhere that your muscles are really requiring oxygen. And so whenever you slow down, you start walking while you're out there running, and if you go low, then your body kind of goes back to the normal homeostasis, where it brings more blood back to the gut, and it starts that digestive process again. So if you ever catch yourself in a bind, remember, stop, walk, and get to sugar as fast as possible. One last thing I did want to mention was, after long runs, it's so important for you to recover properly. You do that through eating healthy, your protein shake, and let me tell you something, ain't nothing better on God's green earth than some Pringles, salty Pringles after a long run. Man, I can't tell you how good them things are. But anyways, take care of yourselves. All right, so it's Friday morning, day after the long run, and my legs are shredded. Absolutely wrecked this morning, having a hard time getting around. Took some ibuprofen, so hopefully that'll kick in here shortly, but definitely went more into the well yesterday than I wanted to. Dug a little deeper than I would have wanted to, and then dug deeper than I perceived at the time. So today's gonna be vitally important to recover. We're going down to Daytona Beach, Florida for Hannah to run a half marathon. Allie Grace and I would just be on camera duty, support crew. Not going to do any runs. Saturday, tomorrow, I'll probably do maybe a 4 to 5 mile shakeout, maybe even get on the bike if I'm still really sore. And then Sunday, try to get back into the routine of training again under the fatigue. Hannah's off. She was feeling good, looking good this morning, so praying she beats her goal. Her goal is sub 2 hours in a half marathon, which I think is easily doable this morning. In terms of my training today, whenever we get back home, I've got a easy 4 to 5 mile run, shakeout, still feeling the legs from the 21, 22 mile run the other day. Got into the hot tub last night. That felt awesome. So that was good, but being cooped up in a car for 5 hours wasn't necessarily ideal, but hey, small sacrifices for days like today with Hannah going after her goals, and that's the cool thing about it. But anyway, so me and Allie Grace are fixing to hang out for the next hour and 55-ish minutes, hopefully, and we'll see how she does. Keep it up, you're doing great. Keep it up.
Everything good? Yeah, man.
All right, so Hannah's tracker is not working, but it just showed her going through the 11.4 mile marker on her app, or her profile, her app. It shows she's doing 21 minutes per mile. We know that's not right, but I did just calculate based on my math. She's running 8:43 pace. She went through the 11.4 mile marker in 1 hour, 39 minutes, and 23 seconds. So if I did my math right, she's doing 8:43 pace, so she should be coming any minute now. Come on, you got it, you got it, you got it. Go, go, go.
With a 156.13, Margaret Shrim. Good job, Margaret. Hannah Howell. Good job, Hannah.
All right. Sunday afternoon, it's about lunchtime. It's nice and hot. I think it's 82 degrees. I don't like running on Sundays. It's usually my rest day, but with the way the week was, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Today's going to be, I'm going to get a minimum of 8, but the goal is 10. But I'm going to listen to my body, because the ultimate goal is performance, fitness, that kind of thing. And so we'll see how today goes. We'll see how my body feels. I'm still a little tired from the long run from last week. Again, that was the 4th longest run I've ever done in my life, and hands down the hardest workout I've ever done. So yeah, that's kind of where we are now. Well, workout complete. Did 1 hour and 2 seconds. Just wanted to keep it easy. Wanted to get 10, wanted to get 8. Instead got 6.5. Got to listen to your body. That's crucial with marathon training. And as bad as my OCD, my ego, all those things want to get high mileage, fast times, they're going to come, but I got to be patient with it. This is my first marathon build in quite a while, and so I'm going to trust the process. I'm going to endure the process, and most importantly, I'm going to listen to my body. So this week closed off. It's been a good week of training. Looking forward to next week. But week 4 in the books.